Hi everyone and welcome back to a brand new vlog. So today is a home vlog. Who watches Tim Tracker? I remember we used to always watch his home vlogs. We haven't watched them in a while actually. But he always used to start them by saying home vlog. I don't know if he still says that. But today is a home vlog and I'm just at home the whole day and I'm not really up to much. So I thought I would sort of mix in answering some questions, but instead of doing it in like a sit down video format, I thought it would be quite fun if we did it in more of like a casual vlog style. Kind of like catching up with a friend, that sort of vibe. So I thought I would, vlog it. So I put out an anonymous questions on Instagram and we got some really good ones. Martyn's here for a little bit and then he has to head to work. So I'm gonna try and grab him to answer a few questions before he goes. But after that, I will answer some. But just gonna answer some questions throughout the day, have a little catch up. I feel like it's been a little while since we've done one of these chatty home vlogs. So grab a cuppa, get cozy, and we'll just have a good old catch up. Look how sunny it is today. It is gorgeous. So sunny. My little rose bush is coming along nicely. But the weather is beautiful. So I've just made myself a big glass of water. Staying hydrated as always. I'm just gonna have that, watch a little bit of YouTube or maybe a little bit of Netflix. And I've just put our Shark vacuum on charge, and then when it's done I'm gonna give the whole house a good hoover. That's the only thing about having a cordless vacuum, is that you have to remember to charge it, or in this case it's not actually run out, but I know it will probably run out whilst I'm doing the whole house. And so I thought let's put it on charge and get it to its maximum battery. I have been watching, well actually I binge watched the whole of At Home with the Furies yesterday. I just had it on like throughout the day. I was doing bits and bobs and I was just like having it on in the background, and I just got addicted. I really liked it. It was a reality show. Like, I know nothing about Tyson Fury. I know nothing about boxing, but it was a really good insight into that world, into their family. And I just found it really interesting, and it was like a proper reality show where you can tell that this is them, like this is real. And I really enjoyed it. So if you are looking for a reality show, I'd recommend that, even if you're not into boxing like me, because I just found it really addictive. So I've just finished hoovering the whole house, and before I start answering some of the questions, this part of the video is very kindly sponsored by Louisa, and I have some new jewellery to show you. If you've watched the channel before, you will know that I am a huge fan of Louisa. I think a lot of my everyday pieces are always Louisa. So whenever someone asks me like, what jewellery are you wearing? 9 times out of 10 it will be Louisa. I absolutely love all the pieces, and I have worked with them previously before, and I just think they're an amazing company. So they create all kinds of jewellery, from everyday pieces to more statement pieces, and there's always new items on the website, so definitely check it out if you are looking for some new jewellery, or if you're looking for a gift for someone. And every piece of jewellery I've had is so long lasting. I've had some of the pieces now for about 3 years and they still look as good as new. So I thought we would unbox this together. I'm very excited. So all of the jewellery comes in a cardboard box like this, and then inside they have little pouches for all the jewellery. So let's have a look. First one. So this is the first necklace, and it is this beautiful necklace. This is called Ocean, and as you can see, it's inspired by the sea. This is giving me Little Mermaid vibes. So it has a pearl, it has a shell, and it also has a glass pendant, and I just think that's beautiful. That is perfect for summer. Next is another necklace. I saw this one online and loved it. So this one is called Danielle, and I actually don't have a necklace similar to this, so I'm very excited to add this to my collection. And I think this will be a nice one to layer with other necklaces. I just think it's really cool, and I love the star. And then the third necklace, this is a stunning heart necklace. This is called Tracy. And look at it shine. You could definitely wear this to a special occasion like a wedding or a party or something that you want to look quite glam for. Really pretty. I love how it sparkles. So a huge thank you to Ana Luisa for all of those necklaces. I'm so excited to add them to my collection, especially this one. I think it might be my favorite. So definitely check out Ana Luisa if you are looking for some new jewelry or if you have a gift to buy. They have some beautiful, beautiful designs on their website. They have a wide price range as well, with more affordable pieces starting at $39. And 100% of their jewelry is strength and humidity tested, which I can definitely vouch for because all of my jewelry pieces have lasted so many years. Another great thing about their pieces are that they all have a 2-year warranty, so if you do run into any issues, then you can get them sorted out really fast. They also offer free and fast US shipping, but then they also offer affordable worldwide shipping. So if you're based in the UK, like me, you can get it shipped very easily, and they also offer worldwide returns as well. Ana Luisa is also carbon neutral and also climate neutral certified, so they craft all their jewellery with the planet in mind. So I hope you enjoyed unboxing my new pieces with me, and a huge thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this part of the video. I will put the link to Ana Luisa in the description box, and if you use my discount code Helena Martyn 20, it'll be on the screen. That will get you 20% off as well. So definitely go check them out. Look who I found.
Hello.
Having a little coffee?
I am, because I've got a late shift. I do 3 till midnight some weeks.
So you've got to stay up.
That's what I'm doing this week. So yeah, I'm leaving the house. I'm leaving now. Leaving the house very soon. Woo. And yeah, it's your day off. So this is where like we're just not getting the days off together.
Yeah, I don't know if any other like couples watching have this, where just sometimes because I always have the same days off.
Yeah.
But they do change quite a bit because of like swapping at work and stuff. But some weeks they'll work out really, really well. Yeah. And then some weeks they'll just be so bad. Like you had Saturday, Sunday off, and then I had Monday, Tuesday off. So like it just really didn't work out this week. But I want to grab you before you go because you need to answer some questions.
Oh yes, the anonymous. I didn't think I was going to be able to say that. Anonymous Q&A.
Okay, this is quite a juicy one, a Disney juicy one. What's the worst ride you've ever been on?
Oh no, I don't like worst ride.
Go answer
Least favourite.
Okay.
Least favourite. I'm really.
Well, it doesn't say Disney. Actually, it doesn't say Disney. It's just worst ride you've ever been on. Worst ride that I had higher expectations for was Fast and Furious at Universal.
Oh yes.
Because I had quite high expectations for that, and that really. I got let down by that ride. It was not very good. We had high expectations, I think, because there's some rides that are probably worse than that, but I think the expectations for it was so much higher.
I think it was just,
Universal's good.
I don't know whether it was because where we were sat as well. I don't know, yeah. I think it would work, but I think it looks like it works better in California when it's part of that tour that you go on. I thought of something, and I'm really sorry. Cars Road Trip.
Yeah, that's another one.
I just think that could be in Disneyland Paris. I think that could be a lot more, and obviously it used to be a lot more when it was the Studio Tram tour, and it's just lost a lot of its magic. And I do like the little bits that you have with cars on the road trip, but I just feel like it could be longer and have a bit more happening.
So now it's been 2 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Is there anything you'd change about your wedding day? It looked amazing.
Nope.
I actually don't think there is. Although,
actually, there is one thing.
There's one thing as well. You go first.
It was just a technical aspect. Just something that, you know, it wasn't their fault. It just happened. And it was just before the speeches. They informed me because they were going to have microphones they informed me that the sound system wasn't working. So we were going to have to just project. The only thing is, when it comes to the video that we have, I'm projecting, but I'm also wearing...
You went into presenter mode,
I'm wearing a lapel mic, because we had a videographer. Whereas to the people that are there, it didn't sound like I was shouting. Yeah. Because I'm wearing a lapel mic, which is designed mainly for like being soft-spoken. Yeah, it sounds like I'm shouting a bit.
Quite a funny memory, right? And my one I actually wouldn't change, but I guess this is technically a blooper, like something that went wrong. So we didn't practice trying on my wedding dress. So I went to my fittings and the seamstress did it all up at the back, like really easily. So we thought, oh, it's really easy to get on. So we were already running a bit late because our registrar was late. So we were about 10 minutes late at this point. And then we went to put the wedding dress on. And it felt like ages, but I think it was about 10 minutes. We really struggled to get the wedding dress on. And at one point, my mum was like, oh, I don't think it fits. And I was like, how can it not fit? I literally had a fitting a couple of weeks before. Like, it can't not fit. And like, I had that moment of like, what am I going to do? Apparently it was something to do with the buttons, and my mum was too scared to pull the buttons round or something, but they're actually made that you can hook them round. So I'd probably change, and this is my one piece of advice now to any bride, is try on your wedding dress before the big day and practice doing it up, just so you don't have any of that stress on the day. But again, it was quite a funny story.
I wouldn't change it because it meant that Helena was 25 minutes late and we hold the record out of any wedding we've been to.
No. 10 minutes of that was the dress, and then I did my first look with my dad. Then the registrar was late. There were a few other bits that made me 25 minutes late.
I wouldn't change it. I liked it.
And then my nanny down the aisle also shouted at me, "You're late," which is quite a funny memory. Oh, another juicy Disneyland Paris one. How do you feel about the new Disneyland Paris annual passes? Are you going to get one?
No, we were a bit shocked when we were holding out hope because we had the annual passes and then we weren't able to renew them because there was that whole thing about like you had to be there in order to renew them, and then we found out that they were stopping them, and then when they brought them out I thought this can't be
right,
the full details.
Yeah,
because more expensive, but they've taken away a lot of the perks, and a lot of the perks that we found very useful and that we felt like made up for the pass.
The annual passes we had before, you had Infinity and I had Magic Plus, and we were actually considering both getting Infinity when we renewed because of the perks of the VIP spot for the fireworks and parade, for the hotel discounts, all these things that are now taken away. And, you know, there are a good few hundred more.
So yeah, we
held off.
And hard, but we don't think we're going to be getting one.
No, and you might have noticed that we have gone on less Disneyland Paris trips this year, which we do really, really miss it. We miss it, but we're also happy because we experienced some new holidays this year. Like we went on the cruise, we went to Efteling, so it sort of opened up, you know, we could use our holiday days for different places. But we do miss Disneyland Paris, and it is a real shame about the annual passes. I think at the moment we're just going to book separate trips, package trips.
Yeah.
We will be back. Has Helena ever visited Martyn's and my hometown Newcastle before, and what did she think? The answer is yes, quite a lot. I've been quite a few times. The only annoying thing is it is so far from where we are. We would visit a lot more if it was closer.
We do want to do like a trip where we'd
like to spend a week and sort of do a bit.
Yeah, because I feel like I haven't shown Helena some of the, I haven't shown Helena the coastal regions.
Yeah, I'd like to go there.
Beamish. I've mentioned Beamish, I think.
So many times.
Ever since we first met.
But I really like Newcastle. I think, the people are lovely. I love like the vibe up north. Everyone's really friendly, really chatty.
You've been to Alnwick?
Yeah.
You've been to Durham?
I've been to Durham. Yeah. I've been to York. I know York's not like
Fenwick's window
nearby. Yeah.
Christmas. It was Paddington, wasn't it?
I actually really like Newcastle city centre. Also, one we get asked quite a bit is, how old are you both?
What a personal question.
We don't mind. I'm 33 now. Just had my birthday.
I'm 33 as well.
Yeah, we're both 33, both the same school year. And then one last one, because this is to do with you.
Yes.
I think my ride level is about the same as Martyn. Do you still have great times at Disney and Universal? I'm worried I could have wasted my money and never been on Guardians at Epcot. Or maybe is that, and have you ever been on Guardians at Epcot?
Yeah, as you know, I have a bit of a strange relationship when it comes to rides. Mainly very big panic before I go on something that I've never been on before. And then normally, after I've been on it, I enjoy it.
I'd say Disney's definitely your more level.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel it's weird because, like, obviously they've got the same. They'll have the same like safety precautions and stuff for like Universal and Disney. But like, I don't know, because of the name Disney, I feel like I'm going to be a bit safer. It's probably like a strange way to look at it. Whereas some of the Universal rides I look at, and because they're out in the open, I just go, wow. I'm not sure I could do that. But in saying that, even if you don't go on those, I still have a fantastic time. And that's because of like the theming.
There's lots more to do as well. In answer to the Guardians, we haven't been on Guardians.
No, we haven't.
We had a little sort of moment where we really missed Walt Disney. Well, we always miss it, but we really missed Walt Disney World recently. And there's when we go back, which we don't have a date yet, but hopefully soon in the future, there's going to be so much that we haven't done.
We'd also love to do California, so if anybody's got any tips on like how to... I know it's not cheap, but any tips on how to bring the cost down slightly, or any tips in general about getting over there, please let us know, because we don't know. Right, well, I've got to have some lunch, and then I'll be skedaddling. So yeah, I'll be leaving you in the capable hands of Helena.
Yes, I'll answer some more.
And I might jump on at the end, because you know I've got to say a certain thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you later.
So a little bit of time has passed. Had some lunch, made myself a cuppa. I put on the star necklace because I love it so much, and I paired it with these. They're sun earrings, and these are actually Ana Luisa as well. I thought that was a cute little set, the sun and the stars. But I thought I would answer a few more questions. I think this afternoon I'm just going to do a bit of my exercise to music course, which I am still doing. Maybe I'll invent a question, but I'll tell you a little bit about the course because I feel like I haven't spoken about it in a while, and I was hoping to finish the course a little bit earlier than I probably am. I think life just ran away with me. I fell off the bandwagon of studying and I just didn't keep on top of it. But I'm back on track now, and I'm hoping to finish the course within the next month and a half. And I'm sort of getting there with all the theory, and then all I have to do is the practical. So I need to film a class. So yeah, there's not too much to do, but I think it will still take me a little while because I'm having to fit it around work and around other commitments. But yeah, it's going really well. I'm really enjoying it. And after I get that, I'm hoping to start setting up some exercise to music classes. I think I'm mostly going to do them online. Very excited, so keep your eyes peeled. I will share all about it on socials, I'm sure. I'm thinking of doing classes that I would enjoy. So that's going to be Disney classes, musical theatre classes, you know, all music that I love working out to. We got sent quite a few, so thank you so much. I won't answer them all today because the vlog will be so long. Was it fun riding a jet ski at Legoland? Was it difficult to learn how? Yes, it was so fun, and actually I really miss it. Obviously the pirates ride the jet ski in the show, and yeah, I really miss it because Captain Georgie doesn't ride it, and I think she should. It was a little bit daunting at first, and we had one session with sort of someone from outside of Legoland, and I think that was only about half an hour, and they were individual sessions, and they sort of taught you the basics. And then after that, it was just rehearsals and sort of rehearsing on your own. I think what was mainly hard and quite daunting about doing it in the show is that A, you have like loads of eyes on you, and B, there's quite a lot of obstacles. If you did it in like the open sea, there's nothing to crash into. Whereas at Legoland, obviously you have the lighthouse, you have the stage, you have like the side, you have ducks. But I was very lucky because I was full time and I was doing it 5 times a week. It became very second nature very quickly. And by the end, it was just so much fun. And on a sunny day, there was nothing better than just jumping on that jet ski, driving around, music blaring, big audience, everyone like smiling and dancing. And yeah, it was a good feeling. Any advice to a new vlogger? I recently started a solo parent at Disney lifestyle travel vlog and I'm finding it hard to gain subscribers. I'm loving the filming and editing and have been in Walt Disney World for a month sharing videos, but not many views. You guys are a huge inspiration. That's really sweet. I don't know, I'm not the best when it comes to like advice on how to get loads of views because I'm not really sure. I think the thing is with the internet is that it's so temperamental, like you just don't know what videos sometimes are gonna, you know, get loads of views and what videos aren't, and sometimes it's the videos which you least expect. Yeah, it's really odd. And then sometimes you'll like work for hours on this video which you think is going to do really well and then it doesn't. So I'd say probably the biggest advice is that you have to enjoy what you're filming and enjoy the process, which it sounds like you do, of editing and filming and putting it all together, because if you don't enjoy it, it's going to be really hard to stick to. And like one of the big advice is that you just have to be consistent. Yeah, I think that's the biggest advice. I mean, there's little things like making sure your cover art is like aesthetic and, you know, people want to click on it. Also, sharing it on different social media platforms, so maybe having an Instagram. But I mean, these are all advice that you could take and then, you know, it could not work, and then you could do the complete opposite one day and then that video goes viral. You just never know. So as long as you're enjoying it and, you know, it's a nice creative outlook for you, yeah, just keep going. How did you end up working at Legoland? So I came off the cruise ship early. So I was meant to be doing an Asia cruise and Martyn had already gone home. And I was coming up to the end of the med part of the cruise. So it was like coming up to, I think it was September. And I left, and then we were meant to have a little break, and then we were meant to go back on and do Asia for 3 months. Martyn had already done the Asian part of the contract, and even though it went to some amazing places, it's quite an isolating cruise. He wasn't able to contact home very much, and the closer it got, the more I thought, I just don't think I can do it. So I didn't do that part of the cruise. I did a little Christmas job, and then in January I think I saw it advertised in the Stage. I don't know if they advertise in the Stage anymore. I don't even know if the Stage is still a thing. So this was about 3-4 years ago, and yeah, they were looking for people for the Lego Friends show at Legoland Windsor, and I didn't really think much of it. I was just sort of looking for a job. So I went along. They had auditions in London and they had auditions at Legoland, and I remember I couldn't make the London day, so I actually went to Legoland to audition. Yeah, I did the audition. It was really fun, really good day. I got right down to the end. Again, I wasn't really, you know, you do so many auditions and you don't really think much of it. And yeah, then I was very lucky. I got a call and they only hired 2 people from the audition, myself and my friend Claire. So yeah, we were super lucky. So I'll just answer a couple more. Why are your nicknames Budge and Beanie? So I actually don't call Martyn that much at all. So Budge, they both started on the cruise ship. I think Martyn once called me Budgie, and then it just stuck, and then that changed to Budge, so sort of a nickname of Budgie. And then I used to call Martyn Moomin, but then I don't know again. I think it just started on the ship. I just started calling him Bean, which then changed to Beanie. So now, yeah, they're Budge and Beanie. But yeah, they're just silly nicknames. Let me know in the comments if you have like nicknames as well. If you're in a couple, like do you have weird nicknames? So I'll answer one more and then I better get to studying a little bit. But it says, how is the driving coming on? I just passed this year. It's the best. Congratulations. And I am so jealous. So if you watch my goals video for the year, one of the big goals was to learn to drive. I have downloaded my theory test apps to work on my theory, and I'm hoping that by the end of the year I will be able to have done my theory test. And then I am saving at the moment to do an intensive course in January. That is my hope. Of course, intensive driving courses are quite expensive, so it has taken me a little bit longer to put money aside for that. But if I do an intensive course, it means that they provide the test at the end of the course as well. So I think that will be good, because I know that you can have quite a long wait for tests. So that is the plan. So watch this space. If I do start the journey, I'm definitely going to vlog it, because I had quite a lot of interest from people that are learning to drive a little bit later on in life. But yeah, there's the plan. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it happens, because I would love to be able to drive. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of studying. Coming up to 4 o'clock. So I'm going to do a little bit of studying. My dad's actually popping over this evening. He's playing cricket nearby. I was going to watch, but it was a little bit further away than I thought. But he is still going to drive over after he's finished, and we're going to have dinner. So I'll probably study for a couple of hours and then start making dinner. Oh, I got really stressed. I need to chill. I text Martyn and I was just like, I'm really stressed. I was actually having quite a chill day, and then, I don't know, I just suddenly got really stressed. So yeah, I need to snap out of it, because there's no need for me to be stressed. My body is just stressing out and there's no reason. So yeah, let's de-stress. So my dad hasn't messaged me yet, so I'm guessing his game is overrunning a little. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start getting ready for food. We're gonna do a gusto. I'm gonna do the 3 cheese veg packed pasta bake. This is one of my favorites. We've done it so many times. I could probably make it without the recipe card, to be honest. But I really love it. So I'm gonna get all the bits chopped for it, so that when my dad lets me know he's on his way, then I can just pop it in. Also, this video is definitely not sponsored, but we do have a Gusto code that we put in our description box. They normally run good deals, which is a percentage off quite a few boxes. So if you are thinking about trying Gusto, use our discount code and you can get some money off. But yeah, I'm gonna make this pasta bake. Okay, so someone has asked, are either of you morning people? I'd have to say no, I don't think we are. I think we're not bad. We can, if needs be, we can get up early. I'd say I'm probably slightly more of a morning person than Martyn, but Martyn can, obviously he gets up really early for work sometimes if he has to travel into town. But yeah, I'd say overall, not really. Martyn's definitely more of a night owl than me. He can stay up until gone midnight, whereas I start getting tired around 10, 11. So I quickly discovered that I can't multitask very well, so I've just been cooking. So this is a very flattering angle, but someone has asked, I just turned 18 and wondered if you could tell your 18-year-old self a piece of advice, what would it be? Love your videos. And I really love that question. I think my main piece of advice for 18-year-old me would be just not to care what other people think as much. And I know that is so hard to do, and it's definitely something that I've gotten better at as I've got older. And I think a lot of people say that they get better at it as they get older. But I spent a lot of time really worrying what other people thought about me when I was younger, and I just wish I hadn't, because I think it would have meant that I would have a lot more confidence in myself and what I wanted and how I presented myself, and you know, it's hindsight though, and it's definitely something that you learn with age. But yeah, if I could give one piece of advice, it would be just not to worry and stay true to yourself. So apologies for the bathroom fan, hopefully it's not too loud, but I had a lovely evening with my dad. We just had dinner and then we watched some of the athletics, and yeah, it's really chill, really nice. But now I'm gonna head to bed because it is already 10. So I'm gonna do my evening skincare. So I thought I would include it at the end of this vlog and then also answer a couple more questions whilst I do it. But I have had a few questions about my skincare routine. So I thought it'd be a good way to incorporate that in the vlog as well. Rewatching your honeymoon vlogs. Thank you so much. Which Orlando parks would you say are a must when going for first timers? I'd probably say a must is all the Disney parks. So Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, which is my personal favourite, and Hollywood Studios. They're probably like the 4 must-dos. If you have time and it's good weather, I'd also say Typhoon Lagoon if you want to go to a water park. And then if you do have time as well, I would suggest going to Universal because it has the Wizarding World. You have Volcano Bay, which is an amazing water park. How did you meet, and did you always know you'd end up doing your amazing vlogs? So we met on board a cruise ship. So we were both working on board a cruise. Martyn was cruise director and I was in the show team. So we met working on there and we lived together on the ship for, I want to say about 8 or 9 months initially in one cabin, which was quite intense. But obviously it worked out really well. I think we were just really lucky as well because we both wanted to leave ships at the same time as well, because I think what can be hard is when someone wants to carry on working on ships and someone doesn't, because then you have to do long distance. So we were very lucky in that way that we had the same mindset when it came to ship contracts and how many we wanted to do and when we wanted to stop. So yeah, and then did we always know we would do vlogs? No, not at all. So Martyn had never watched YouTube, and then on the ship I introduced him to the xxxx, and we used to watch the xxxx Sunday vlogs every week on the ship. We'd go off to the port and then we'd download it and then we'd watch it, and he'd never watched vlogs before. He was like, why do people watch other people? Like, I don't get it. And I was like, oh, I just like it. And then after a few vlogs, he was like, oh no, like this is really cool. Like I like it. It wasn't until our Disney World trip in 2016 when I was like, oh, I'm gonna give vlogging a go. But I was so shy. I was so nervous that I didn't speak to the camera at all. And it was actually Martyn that ended up vlogging a bit more than me. Then I set up my channel, which was just So Helena at the time, and uploaded those vlogs and then a few other like day in the life vlogs, and Martyn just sort of was in them a little bit, but then more and more he just became, you know, a bigger part of the vlogs. So we changed the name to So Helena and Martyn, and then yeah, he's been in them ever since. So my skincare routine is so simple. I don't have like a crazy routine at all. If I want to take off my makeup, I normally just use micellar water or micellar, I never know how to say it, but I just use, the Garnier micellar water. So I just use this to take off my makeup. I use this at work as well, if I want to take off my makeup before coming home. Someone asked, is your current house your forever home? And That is no, I think we will move again. I'm just not sure when. So we love this house. We feel so fortunate that we were able to buy. I mean, especially in the current climate, with everything like the interest rates and things, like it's a really tough time for people to buy. So we feel very fortunate that we were able to buy when we did. Eventually we would like to move to somewhere bigger, especially if we have a family and we need some more space. But right now I just don't think that is possible with the current, you know, situation and how expensive everything is. And also we kind of need to decide where we want to buy, because I think if we did want a bigger place, we would have to move further out of London. Not that we're in London, but like further away. Right now we can get into London quite fast, and I think we'd have to move further out if we wanted prices to drop. But I don't think it will be for at least a couple more years if we did move. Someone asked, is there a point of diminishing return when visiting Disneyland Paris? We had our first trip this year, but considering going back for our honeymoon in March 2025. Well, congratulations. And I think they mean, like, does it start to sort of get old visiting so many times? And I'd have to say not for us. We love it. Obviously the trips sort of change a little bit. I think when you go for the first time you sort of try and cram everything in, whereas if you're fortunate enough to go, you know, many times, you can take it at a slower pace and you can maybe do things that you wouldn't normally do on your first trip. So yeah, I think you can always find something new to do and a different sort of pace each time. So then for my cleanser, I use the Clinique foam cleanser. So I do 3 squirts of this, mix it with water, and I love this. So that is my face all cleansed. I love Clinique. It's something I sort of used on and off since I was a teenager. But yeah, their anti-blemish range, I just always go back to. I love it. So next question is, I really enjoy your vlog series, especially the Disney ones. Do you see yourselves doing them for the foreseeable future, or do you have a time frame of when you will stop and just enjoy Disney for yourselves? No, we've got no time frame. I think we will just continue to vlog for as long as we enjoy it, and at the moment we just love it. Sometimes if I sort of make a point of not vlogging, it feels weird. We just enjoy it. It doesn't really take away from the holiday, it just adds to it for us. So yeah, I think we'll just keep doing it for as long as we enjoy it and as long as everyone enjoys watching them. And sort of on that vein, when is the next Disney Florida holiday? I miss your Florida vlogs. We would love to go back. We sort of decided that we would try and go to California before we go to Florida. So we're saving for that. But the cool of Florida is definitely there. I wouldn't be surprised if we try and go to Florida soon. As with anything, it's, you know, it's expensive. Florida's expensive, California's expensive, Disneyland Paris is expensive. So we're sort of saving and seeing when we can take holiday next year. If you haven't watched our honeymoon vlogs as well, they are all on the channel. I think we have over 30 of them. And we go to Disney, we go to Universal, and we pretty much, I think it was just under 3 weeks our honeymoon. So after cleansing, I go in with the Anti-Blemish Clinique Clarifying Lotion. So then that is everything in the bathroom, and then I just need to moisturise, but I keep all that in the bedroom. So I normally give that a moment to work its magic before I go over with my moisturiser. So I'm gonna go get into my pyjamas. So I'm now all ready for bed. I've made myself a pucker nighttime tea. I'm going to do the last bit of my skincare, which is the Clinique moisturiser. Then I think I'm going to watch some reality TV whilst I wait for Martyn to get home. But I'm going to leave this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this sort of chatty Q&A mixed in with a vlog kind of video. Maybe we'll do some more in the future. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon. Definitely check out Ana Louisa in the description box, and make sure you use our code as well for 20% off. And we will see you in the next video. Bye!
You didn't think I could let you go without saying goodbye, did you? If you like this video, hit the like button and also subscribe. Toodle Pipski!